Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited to be filming this video. This is gonna be my August TBR. These are one of my favorite videos to film. I just love making TBR lists because I get so excited to see what I end up reading in August. And you know what? There's a couple of themes for August, especially sad books, angsty books, and just finishing series, I guess you could say. So let's just jump right in. First off, I am wanting to read Dark Prince by Kristen Feehan. I am officially entering my rereading of Kristen Feehan's backlist era. It's exciting. I will be rereading this for the third time, and I am buddy reading it with my book bestie. She wants to see what Kristen Feehan is all about, and I'm excited to go through it with her. This one is a part of her Carpathian vampire series. Next up, I want to read Archer's Voice. I feel like in between all of these angsty sad books, I'm gonna want a sweet contemporary, and I feel like this is gonna bring it to me, and it's a really hyped book, and I'm just excited because I've read quotes and Archer just sounds like the perfect book boyfriend, so I'm excited for this one. This is no surprise to you guys, but Hideaway is still on my TBR list. I just don't know what it is that I don't pick this up. Maybe because it is a reread or what. I literally honestly truly do not know. I could not tell you, but it is on my August TBR. It will continue to be on my TBR until I reread it. Kai is actually my favorite book boy from the series so far. Like I said, this is a reread, and I just really want to get to Kill Switch and Nightfall already, so I need to get it together. Also, it is a signed edition. I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but yeah. Anyways, I have the audiobook, so if I don't get to this in August, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Next up, I want to read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is going to be a part of a reading vlog that I want to do. This is my book bestie's one of her 5-star reads, and she says that Evelyn Hugo is a boss-ass bitch, so I really want to read this one. This book is also going to be part of that reading vlog. This is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. This, I already know I'm going to love. This is angsty. This is slow burn, and this is the 5th anniversary edition, so there's extra content in the back, which I'm super excited about. I want to get the whole experience, and I've also heard that it's sad, so I'm excited for this one. Next up, I want to read Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin, along with a novella that is King of Libertines. Before you read this one, you should read the novella. I mean, you don't have to, but that's what I'm going to do. This is a dark historical romance, and I just really need to read something by Pam Godwin already, and this is one of her most hyped up books. Next up, I want to read Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. I actually haven't read a Colleen Hoover book in forever. I think the last one that I read was Ugly Love, and I just kind of want to dive back into her writing and her stories. And this one is very summer themed, so I want to get it done before summer ends. And this cover is just absolutely stunning. And this is going to be my first read of August for sure. I want to read this first thing. Then I want to read Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. Listen, Anna Huang is not one of my favorite authors, but her books in the Twisted series have been getting better, so I have high hopes for this one. It is Enemies to Lovers. It is thicker than the second book, and the second book took me a while to read, so we'll see. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully it gets a 5-star. I am hoping for a 5-star. I am hoping to fall in love with these characters and let it consume me, but we'll see. Following that, I want to read Twisted Lies. I just want to finish this series, and I think this one might be my favorite just because it's about Christian and Stella is an influencer, and Christian you got to meet in Twisted Games, so he's pretty fresh in my head. And I get the cover, it has butterflies on it because he calls her Butterfly. And I'm just ready. I'm ready for this one. Next up, I want to read The Heart Principle. I just honestly really want to finish the series. This is not a lot of people's favorite because it's not very much romance. It's more like women's fiction. But it is Quan's story. And I loved Quan in the first and second book. And I really want a story with him. So I kind of want to get to it in August. Next up, I want to read Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. This is a sad book. This is the only reason why it's on my TBR, because I want to cry. And this is 100% influenced by the books I've loved because she was sobbing on her stories, and I want to sob. Lastly, from my physical TBR, I want to read The People We Meet on Vacation, or People We Meet on Vacation. I've never read anything from Emily Henry, but she's very much a love or hate author, and I have all her books, so I need to get to it, and this one's her most hyped up, and I feel like I'll like it. Maybe. Also very much a summer read, so I'm trying to get to it before summer ends. I just want to read it. So those are all the physical books that I want to read in August. Now let's jump into my Kindle/KU books. First off, I have Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold. I don't know if this is her first ever book or just a new release, but it is a reverse harem, and I don't read those often. I think I've read a couple, but not many, and my book bestie hasn't either, so we might be buddy reading this one. Then I have Enamored by Giana Darling. I just really need to finish the Enslaved duet, and I'm excited to go back into this universe. I am finally ready for the HEA. Then I have Eyes on Me by Sara Cate. This is just continuing the series as well. She's dropping like the 5th or the 4th book. No, she's dropping the 4th book in August, so I just need to keep on chugging on this series, and I'm excited for this one. I think this is Garrett's story, and it's like sibling romance. Then I have The Fall by Jenika Snow. It comes out today, actually, August 1st. I'm excited for this one because it's a continuation of a series that I'm all the way caught up on, and Jenika Snow just knows how to do it on the smut, and it is like a werewolf romance. Then I have Love on the Rain by Ali Hazelwood. This one comes out August 23rd, and you best believe that I will be reading this one when it comes out. Then I want to read Lunatic by Onley James. This one comes out August 31st. This is kind of pushing it on my August TBR, but the day it comes out is the day that I want to read it, and hopefully I can get it done before September. This is the next book in her Necessary Evil series. I'm caught up all the way and just waiting for this to come out. Then I have Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I figured I'd add this onto my TBR because one, it's a standalone, and it's been checked out on KU for a minute for me, so I'm like, maybe I'll want a high school bully romance in August, see how I'm feeling. Just wanted to throw that one in there. Then I have So Not Meant to Be by Meghan Quinn. I want to read this one because I read a Not So Mikyu, and that one was 5 stars for me, and it's the second book in that series, and I think it's about JP, and it's like forced proximity because they have to be roommates, and he's a playboy, enemies to lovers. I don't know. I'm excited for that one. It sounds really good. Then I have The Patron by Vivianne Woods. This one is a reread for me, but I have to read the first book again before I read the second book. I read the first book a long time ago, and I bought the second one, but I never read it. So now it's been so long that I have to read the first one again before I read the second one. And I'm just kind of trying to read the second one to see whether I'm going to continue this series or just like kind of like let it go. Then I want to read Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This is a really popular book, and I've never read anything by Lucy Score, but I'm trying to get into her backlist. This is one of her newest releases, and it's Grumpy Sunshine, and I know I'm gonna need a little bit of a rom-com / contemporary in between all the sad and angsty books that I have on here. Speaking of sad, I have The Cabin by Jasinda Wilder. This one came with the recommendation by Alexandra from Bookstagram. She was like sobbing on her stories, and I want to sob. I think we've made that clear. Also, I want to read 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. That one just so I can sob as well. Period. Then I want to read The Confidence of Wildflowers by Macaulay Smeltzer. And if I like that book, then I also want to read The Resurrection of Wildflowers because I know the first book kind of ends on a cliffhanger. And if I enjoy the first book, then I'm going to want to dive right into the second one as well. Then I also want to read Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I need to read her books like ASAP because she's coming out with discreet covers and I want them so bad, but all her books aren't on KU and I just need to read them on KU first before I make myself buy them. That's my new rule and I'm holding it on myself. Like I'm forcing myself not to buy her new books. Then I want to read Ruthless Creatures by JT Geisinger. I think this was on my last TBR and I really want to get to it. I feel like I'm going to be wanting a little bit more like dark mafia romance in August, so I put that on there, as well as Mafia Mistress by Mila Fanelli. This is a duet and it's age gap and it's the father arranges a marriage between the heroine and his son, but then he decides he wants her for himself. And if that doesn't hook you, then I don't know what will. Then I have the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey. I feel like this is gonna be a nice little like novellas in between maybe other books. And I heard the heroine is a complete badass, and I just really want to dive into this series. Then I have Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is a dark romance, and my book bestie says this is a 5-star read for her, and I just really want to get to it. I'm here for the angst. I'm here for it. Last but not least, I want to read all 3 books in the Ravenhood trilogy: Flock, Exodus, and Finish Line. And I'm trying to read these this month for a reading vlog, because this series is like so hyped up and it's sad and it's angsty, and I just kind of want to record it for you guys, get my reaction, see what all the hype is about. I see it everywhere and I always have to keep scrolling so I don't spoil myself. I have absolutely no idea what this is about, but I'm ready for it, and I really hope that I get to it in August. It's about damn time. It's about damn time, okay? So those are all the books that I have on my August TBR. Let me know what you have on your August TBR down below. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.